Men of the Nigeria Anti-Illicit-Drugs Police, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA have seized Australia-bound cocaine hidden inside first cream bottles in Lagos State, just as the security operatives intercepted 6 vehicles, 40-feet trailer loaded with skunk in Abuja, the Nigeria Capital Territory. NDLEA, in a news release by its spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, stated that the 6 vehicles and 40-feet trailer loaded with skunk were seized in midnight raid in Abuja. NDLEA also stated that 1.1 billion naira's worth of codeine shipment in Rivers State was intercepted while the operatives nabbed a traditional priest for drug trafficking. Details of the news release reads below, end quote. A 40-feet trailer load of skunk, a strain of cannabis, weighing 2,217.6 kilograms, has been intercepted by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, while being distributed into 6 vehicles at an abandoned fuel station in Kejini, Kubwa area of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, for onward distribution to some northern states. The intelligence-led operation, which took place at 1:20 a.m. on Saturday the 11th of January 2025, led to the seizure of not only the large illicit consignment but also the trailer and the 6 vehicles: Toyota van, Toyota Camry car, Toyota Sienna bus, Jack 4-wheel drive Hilux truck, Toyota Corolla car and a Vento Passat car, as well as the arrest of a suspect, 42-year-old Isaac Monday Desmond. The consignment was loaded into the trailer at Uzeba in Oan Local Council area of Edo State. In another raid in the FCT, 2 suspects, Anthony Nnamdi, 42, and Abba Ali, 27, were arrested by NDLEA officers at Inyanya, where a combined 1.398 kilograms cocaine and a precursor substance used in preparing crack cocaine were recovered from them. No fewer than 20 wraps of cocaine weighing 330 grams have been recovered from a cargo going to Australia at a logistics farm in Lagos by officers of the Directorate of Operations and General Investigation, DOGI, in NDLEA. The cocaine parcels were concealed around the body of first cream containers in the shipment. A total of 338,200 bottles of codeine-based syrup worth more than 1,190,168,200 naira, 1,190,168,200 nairas in street value, were intercepted in 2 containers watch-listed by the agency following processed intelligence. The illicit consignments were discovered during joint examination of the containers by NDLEA operatives, Customs and other security agencies on Thursday 9th and Friday the 10th of January 2025 at the Port Harcourt Ports Complex, Oni, Rivers State. In Lagos, the traditional chief priest of the Igunuko Shrine, Alpha Beach Ajaleki, where 2,760 kilograms skunk was recovered on the 25th of October 2024, Barrio Aliu, Elias Malo, has been arrested by NDLEA operatives after over 3 months of manhunt for him. Though 2 of his accomplices were earlier arrested at the shrine last year and had since been charged and convicted in court, Barry was said to be the leader of the syndicate. A suspect, Habibu Yao, 23, was nabbed by NDLEA officers who raided Gada Tamburawa, Zaria Road, Kano on Thursday the 9th of January, where they recovered 45 blocks of cannabis weighing 24.2 kilograms and 40,800 pills of opioids including tramadol from him. With the same vigor, commands and formations of the agency across the country continued their war against drug abuse. WADA, sensitization activities to schools, worship centers, workplaces and communities among others in the past week. These include WADA Enlightenment Lecture to students and staff of Ijaya Housing Estate Junior Secondary School, Lagos State, surrendered Boko Haram members at Hajj Camp, Maiduguri, Borno State, Muslim. Faithful during their Jamaat prayer at Kamba Central Mosque, Kebbi State, while Kano State Command paid a WADA advocacy visit to the district head of Dambata, Dr. Mansur Mukhtar, among others. While commending the officers and men of Dogi, FCT, PHPC, Lagos, and Kano commands of the agency for the arrests and seizures, Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Bubamawa, retired, stated that their operational successes and those of their compatriots across the country, especially their balanced approach to drug supply reduction and drug demand reduction efforts, are well appreciated. Femi Babafemi, Director, Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja, reported on Sunday the 12th of January 2025. Meanwhile, Chairman, Chief Executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Bubamawa, retired, has said that the steady operational successes being recorded by the anti-narcotic body in its drug supply and demand reduction efforts will continue to justify the support and assistance it is getting from the United States government, other partners and stakeholders. Mawa stated this at the commissioning of Central Exhibit Office donated by the U.S. government to NDLEA at the agency's headquarters annex in Ikoyi, Lagos on Tuesday the 7th of January 2025. The facility was handed over to the NDLEA boss by the U.S. Consulate General, Ms. Jo Ellen George, supported by other senior U.S. officials. While commending the United States government as a reliable ally in Nigeria's renewed efforts to combat drug-related crimes, Mawa said the continued collaboration with the U.S. has been infinite, bolstered and enhanced NDLEA's operational capabilities. According to him, today, I am particularly pleased to acknowledge one of such gestures, namely the donation of the office for our Central Exhibit custodians. This donation acknowledges the critical need for efficient and secure handling of evidence, which is essential for the successful prosecution of drug-related cases. This contribution will not only strengthen our operational framework but also set a new standard for accountability and transparency in drug law enforcement. It is an investment in the security and the future of our nations. He said despite the agency's improved performance, we recognize that the war against drug trafficking and abuse is far from over. As an organization, we are committed to surmounting the challenges. The NDLEA said the challenges notwithstanding, tremendous successes have been recorded on all fronts against the drug menace. His words, so far, the results have been justifying. In 2024, we seized over 2.6 million kilograms of illicit drugs. Across the country, we arrested more than 18,500 drug trafficking offenders, got over 3,250 convicted, including 10 drug barons, with more than 220 hectares of cannabis farms destroyed, while in the same breath we counseled and rehabilitated over 8,200, with more than 3,000 sensitization and advocacy programs organized across the country in schools, markets, motor parks, worship centers, workplaces and communities, among others, thus creating an equipoise between our drug supply reduction and drug demand reduction efforts. While calling for continuous support and more collaboration from the U.S. government and other partners, Mawa said the challenges of illicit drugs are dynamic and multifaceted, and as such require continuous partnership and innovation. That is why we are pragmatic in our unending quest for further support from our international partners, key stakeholders and public-spirited persons. We seek intervention in critical areas such as capacity building and enhanced training for our officers, provision of technology and equipment, especially for advanced surveillance and tracking, intelligence and information sharing and provision of operational logistics, he added. He commended the American people for their support and magnanimity over the years. Our shared goal remains the protection of lives and the promotion of a safer, healthier world. As Chairman and CEO of NDLEA, I pledge our commitment to accountability, transparency, and the effective utilization of the resources entrusted to us. I assure you that every donation inspires confidence in the agency and, by extension, inspires resilience, hard work and dedication among our workforce. He specifically thanked the USD attaché in Nigeria, Mr. Robert Basco, whose untiring efforts and commitment made the donation and several others a reality, even as he expressed gratitude to the United States Africa Command and the U.S. Embassy for their invaluable partnership. In her remarks, the U.S. Acting Consul General, Ms. Jo Ellen George, said the cornerstone of the relationship between Nigeria and U.S. is premised on the vibrancy of democracy. It's a principle deeply embraced by both of our nations. And one of our leaders who helped nurture this deep and enduring partnership between our two countries was former President Jimmy Carter, who, as noted, passed away on December 29 at age 100. President Carter was an extraordinary leader, and he dedicated his years in and out of office promoting peace, democracy, health, and human rights. And today, as is customary in the United States, his body is being drawn on a horse carriage to the U.S. Capitol to lie in state so that we can all respect the legacy that he has left for us. And President Carter was actually the first U.S. president to make a state visit to Nigeria. She highlighted the significance of the support the U.S. government has been providing for the NDLEA while commending Mawa for taking advantage of such partnership to achieve tremendous results for Nigeria in the fight against illicit drugs. According to her, the efforts to fight drug trafficking in Nigeria and across West Africa region have successes because we share the same objective of countering crime, illegal drugs, and instability. Today, as part of our enduring partnership, the U.S. government, through the U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, in collaboration with the Drug Enforcement Administration, D, is honored to hand over a dedicated office space for the NDLEA. This dedicated facility will provide NDLEA officers with a safe and secure office space to conduct investigations, to process arrestees, and to conduct post-arrest interviews. Now this donation is the latest example of the robust and productive cooperation between the United States government and the NDLEA. In 2024, the U.S. government invested $500,000 to modernize and equip the chemical forensic laboratory at the NDLEA zonal office here in Lagos. That upgraded laboratory is now equipped with cutting-edge technology, which enhances the NDLEA's capacity to analyze suspicious substances and to process evidence from crime scenes and suspects. Over the years, our joint efforts have helped to build the capacity of the Nigerian authorities to disrupt drug trafficking networks, to dismantle clandestine meth labs, and to conduct advanced forensic analysis of synthetic drugs. We look forward to deepening our collaboration with the Nigerian government and its agencies as we continue to combat narcotics to disrupt the flow of illegal drugs, especially synthetic drugs, and that will better both of our societies. Femi Babafemi, Director, Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja, reported on Tuesday the 7th of January 2025.
Osazuwa Connedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.